Ayato and Raiden Shogun come out next week, and I gotta ask you guys this question. Is Raiden Shogun still that dang good? What is going on, my dudes? Mtashed here, back again with another Genshin Impact video, and today we are going to be talking about the Queen of Inazuma, Miss Raiden Shogun, and we're going to see just how good she still is. Is she really just that amazing? I'm pretty sure we can answer that question today, but first, before we get into that, let's check out today's sponsor, which is GamerSupps. GamerSupps is a gluten-free, keto-friendly drink with lots of vitamins that is going to give you that boost that you actually need. Organic caffeine and everything. And right now, I'm sipping on some pina colada. And I gotta tell you, this stuff is really good. The flavor is very, very good. Not only that, but you don't get the chalkiness that you get in some other powdered energy drinks, and you don't get the bad chemicals that you get in other energy drinks. So right now they're doing an Xmas sale where if you spend at minimum $35, you can get yourself a waifu cup. All the way up to $150 spent, you get yourself a waifu fanny pack. And there's plenty of other things out there that are exclusive to the sale or going to be coming soon to the shop. Please make sure to click that link, code infantry, you know, and get yourself some GamerSupps. I'm just saying. And then let me know what your order number is, so that way I can put it in my little folder and we can get ourselves a custom code. I'm just saying. Wouldn't you want to use code Tystra? I'm just saying. But without any further delay, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, as you see, we have Raiden Shogun up on the screen, and trust me, I still think that she is a freaking beast. There are so many team comps that you could use her for, and so many other builds that you could really use her for. A lot of people use a regular Raiden Shogun build. You could even use an EM build, which I don't agree with. Same with the battery build, but most of the time you're going to want to run her as a DPS or a sub DPS. So let's go ahead and talk about weapons first. Now, for my weapon right here, as you can see, I have Engulfing Lightning, which is her best in-slot weapon. It is her weapon in general, and it just looks so good on her. Look at this woman. Just fantastic. Attack increased by 28% of energy recharge over the base 100% that you could gain, and a maximum bonus of 80% attack. Gain 30% energy recharge for 12 seconds after using an elemental burst. It is phenomenal. And the fact that she actually scales on energy recharge makes this that much better. Now, you could also use other weapons like Staff of Homa. Of course, Staff of Homa is a really good option for any character that is a DPS or a sub DPS. And of course, you know, it's pretty amazing how you could get a little bit of an HP bonus on top of that. Though HP doesn't really do anything for Raiden Shogun. I have not used Staff of Homa on Raiden Shogun because Engulfing Lightning is just that dang good with the 55% energy recharge, but I digress. Now, if you do not have this, the best free-to-play option is the catch. Don't mind the fact that my catch is not fully leveled up. I'm still trying to get through all my weapons, so please bear with me on that. But yes, the catch is the best free-to-play / 4-star weapon. Now, I say free-to-play because you can actually get this fully free-to-play. The other weapon that I kind of want to talk about and bring up, where is it? It's Wavebreaker's Fin. Now, Wavebreaker's Fin is not bad of an option. It's definitely one of the top 5 weapons to use for Raiden Shogun. For every point of the entire party's combined energy capacity, the elemental burst damage of the character equipping this weapon is increased by 0.12. A maximum of 40% increased elemental burst damage can be achieved this way. And the biggest thing is that you're going to want to use Raiden for her elemental burst, because you're going to do big damage at the start and big damage as you continue onward. Now, let's go ahead and talk about our stats really quick. As you can see, I'm running a 40 to 140, which is not entirely good, but the reason being is that I'm running a high energy recharge. Now, granted, I could rework this Raiden Shogun, which desperately needs it, but I'm going to show you that even then, she's still fantastic with team synergy. So, but you want to get your energy recharge as high as possible and your crit rate, crit damage. Those are the main stats you're going to focus on. Now, when it comes to artifacts, we've talked about this before, but since she's a DPS, your main focuses are energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, and maybe elemental mastery, but I would definitely say you don't need to worry about it. Now, we come over here, you see that this is the big one that needs to be reworked. Yes, I got 16% crit rate on it, but the substats are the other substats are terrible. I got a couple increases in spots I didn't want. So this feather is not too bad. Definitely not too bad. Probably my best one. And a lot of these pieces, as you see, only have 1 crit on it. except for this one, obviously. But this one also went mainly into Elemental Mastery, which I was not super happy about. This Raiden build I've had since the beginning, and honestly, she could use a little bit of a facelift, but at the same time, again, she does a lot of damage. So, but like I said before, your main focuses are energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage, and attack percentage. Now, this is also another thing right here. As you see, this off piece that I have, which I could probably fix to be quite honest, she needs energy recharge on this, not attack percentage. So I definitely do need to rework my Raiden, but even attack percentage still works for her. So don't think that you can't use an attack percentage piece. For your Goblet, you definitely want elemental damage, obviously, because that makes the most sense, especially since you're going to be using Electro with her. You know, it's her whole kit. And then, of course, crit rate or crit damage, depending on what you need. Now, Constellations, I have 0 Constellations in her. I might summon for another Raiden Shogun. It definitely is kind of worth it for, you know, these little Constellations here. But again, you just have to be able to warrant it for yourself, because it's not always going to be a guarantee that you're going to get them, especially if you're like me, who's always on a 50-50. Now, talents. As you can see, my talents are not all that great. I do need to fix those because I have to do some farming. But your main focuses should be your burst and then your E. Don't worry too much about your normal attack. Don't be like me. This is basically me telling you as a PSA, younger Tystra was kind of dumb. Follow what I'm saying, not what I did. So definitely focus on your burst and then your E. If I could rework this like completely, I absolutely would, which is probably gonna be what I do. So, but even with this, Raiden Shogun is still a fantastic girl. She's super, super good, especially in what people call the, you know, Raiden National, which is Raiden Shogun, Zhangling, Xingqiu, and Bennett. And honestly, that team is really, really good. I would focus on that, but everybody has seen the Raiden National team. We don't need to see it anymore. So I'm going to show you a team I kind of showcased before in Nahida's build, which this team is a lot of fun, and I really like it solely because of the fact that I also get to use Yaimiko. And Yaimiko is fantastic for Raiden Shogun, followed by Nahida, who is going to give that aggravate bonus, and then of course just have Kokomi just in case for HP loss and stuff. So let's go ahead and we're gonna fight Masanori and kind of show off what we could do here. Now, the main goal of this one is that you want to get Nahida's E off really quick. And then, now that it's affected by Dendro, get Yaimiko's stuff out. Followed by Raiden E, and then just start going to town. Look at that. Kind of deleted his HP right there. Now we gotta wait for him. Now, granted, I just used my burst, but even still, this team is absolutely absurd with the damage. That wasn't even fair. So, and if you guys want, I can even show off the Raiden National to kind of show the difference, but that's the team I like to run because of the fact that we're getting that aggravate and the constant damage between Yaimiko and Nahida to help out Raiden Shogun is fantastic. But let's go ahead. I'll say, since we did that pretty quickly, I'm gonna still try the Raiden National team. Now, bear in mind, I don't play Raiden National a lot. I see a lot of people do it, but I'm not a Raiden National guy. I don't like running Raiden National. And it's not to say that it's bad, it's definitely amazing. So what we're going to do when we get into this, we're gonna burst, and then go into Raiden E once we get to the end. Or not E, but burst, you get what I mean. So this is gonna be the Raiden National team right here. Now, as you can see, we're getting all these different elemental reactions and damage. And we're still, we even got halfway through with our burst. Now, it just boils down to what we need to do for the rest of this. So here we go. Now, as you can see, Raiden National is really good as well. If you have a really fully built Raiden Shogun, then you're going to see the results a lot better than what I just did here. Of course, Raiden Shogun is still considered one of the best characters in the game, and for good reason, because she's just that good. And honestly, it just goes to show how the Archons are, because all the Archons are usually very good units. Venti, Zhongli, obviously Nahida, and then of course Raiden Shogun afterwards. But she's also obviously one of the waifus out there, and honestly, she's still highly, highly usable. So if you guys haven't started using her yet, and if you're planning on summoning for her, trust me when I say you're gonna want to get her as soon as possible. She's definitely worth your time. So Raiden Shogun, still a fantastic character to run, and yeah, that's really all I can say about her. Now guys, if you like the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next build guide comes out. Again, as we just said, Raiden Shogun's top tier unit. I definitely would recommend you getting her if you haven't gotten her yet. So that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. We will be back again with another Genshin Impact video tomorrow, and guys, be ready for next week. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So that's gonna be it. Love you guys to death, and as always, we will catch you guys in the next video. Please take care and be safe.